Dude, I'm no threat to you, man. It's the middle of the day. I look like a normal dude. I don't look like a psycho. I was literally just filming you and you freaked out.
Your lips are all white.
Because I'm mad. I need some water.
No, they were like that before. Do you use any drugs?
What are you trying to do? You're trying to make it like I'm some sort of drug addict or alcoholic or druggie? It won't work, bro. I have no criminal records.
Just on the watch. And Sergeant Torrey's coming out, but it's going to be a full booking. Told you back up. It's simple.
But I'm just standing in the parking lot, bro. I'm no threat to you. I mean, come on, dude.
You weren't just standing in a parking lot.
Dude, I'm no threat to you, man. It's the middle of the day. I look like a normal dude. I don't look like a psycho. I was literally just filming you and you freaked out.
Your lips are all white.
Because I'm mad. I need some water.
No, they were like that before. Do you use any drugs?
What are you trying to do?
Bass. Vision, dreams of passion, and all the while I think of you. A very strange reaction. The more I see, the more I do. Baby, telling your body to come along, but white lines blow away. Blow, rock it, blow. Ticket to ride, white line highway. Tell all your friends they can go my way. Pay your toll, sell your soul. Pound for pound, costs more than gold. The longer you stay, the more you pay. My white lines go a long way, either up your nose or through your vein. With nothing to gain except killing your brain. Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. And don't ever come down. Pure as the driven snow. And now I'm having fun, baby. It's getting kinda low. I need some one-on-one, baby. Don't let it blow your mind away. Baby. Go till it to highway. Cause white lines blow away. Blow. A million magic crystals painted pure and white. A multi-million dollars almost overnight. Twice as sweet as sugar, twice as bitter as salt. And if you get hooked, baby, it's nobody else's fault, so don't do it. Free. Rock. Free. Rock. Free. Rock. Free. Rock. Rock. Go. Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. And don't ever come down. Free base. Get too high. Don't you get too high, baby. Turned you on. You really turn me on and on. Cause you gotta calm down. My temperature is rising. When the thrill is gone. No, I don't want you to go. A street kid gets arrested. Gonna do some time. He got out 3 years from now just to commit more crime. A businessman is caught with 24 kilos. He's out on bail and out of jail, and that's the way it goes. Cane, sugar, cane. Athletes rejected, governors corrected, Gangsters, thugs, and smugglers are thoroughly respected. The money gets divided, the women get excited. Now I'm broke and it's no joke, it's hard as hell to fight it, don't buy it. Freeze! Rock! Freeze! Rock! Freeze! Rock! Freeze! Rock! Freeze! Rock! Freeze!
Wow, what a great intro. Better than I expected. I like that tune. Playing around with the graphics a little bit. I think I might try my hand at some Terry Gilliam style animations in the future. How's everybody doing today? I had another long 7-day stretch. I have to head south after this, about 2-hour drive. I got to go to a neighborhood buddy's house who's located down in the south, and house sit and watch his Belgian Malinois. Is that how you say it? Fucking great dog. Really good dog. So I do have tomorrow off. I will broadcast again tomorrow. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your loyalty. I hope you don't feel neglected. If you feel neglected, just know that it's because I'm putting extra effort into the attentions that my wife and son deserve. For as the Lord said, he who does not provide for his own household shall be counted lower than a non-believer. Responsibilities. Hello, Michael Hall, Rebel at Heart, Pronto Paramater, Hello Baby, Phil, W124 Mercedes, Radius Haddis, my God, Misty Eyed Girl, Asta. Nope, wasn't me. What's up? Nope. Alan Killian, hello, sir. I hope I'm getting everybody here. Phil, Walter, Texas was here but had to duck out. Rebel at Heart is with us. I got some encouraging emails from people in my absence. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you think about me when I'm not around. Makes me feel good. Thank you. So my sinuses are blown out still. I think it's going to be a long allergy season this year. Hello, Surrender Monkey. My vision is blurred from whatever sinus condition I currently have. And it's a little more difficult than usual for my tired old eyes to read that tiny little print in the chat room. If I miss a message from you, I apologize. Send it more than once and do the @coded friend. Then I see the orange block and I can focus. So, our boy Chili's not really faring very well. Arrested for obstruction and then resisting arrest, which, you know, he blatantly did. It's in the fucking video. A fuck ton of thanks to Artie's Corporate Fiction. I haven't in the past listened to a lot of Artie's broadcasts, but everything I've listened to, and I've been listening a little more lately, everything I've listened to, I have enjoyed. If you're not familiar with Artie's corporate fiction, check out his channel. I do see a lot of my regular people over there. I'm glad for the overlap. Hello, Linda. So Artie and Artie's supporters, I did not make it easy to get the money from me, but I did tell Artie I would kick up one blue bill, a little blue money, the C note, toward the Castro arrest footage, the complete set, the box set. And both times on the arresting officer video, Artie's listeners came up with the money pretty quick. And then when he asked if they wanted to go for the rest of it, I sent Artie an email, told him I'd kick 100 in, and they already had the money. So, a lot of thanks to Artie and his supporters. And then Artie put it up and let everybody have it. So, that's an investment in goodwill, and the frauditor, if we are frauditors. I don't know if Artie's a frauditor. He tends to talk about a lot of shit. It's an investment in the community in general, because you gave a valuable resource away. I mean, people wanted to see this. So much thanks for that. We have our boy Chili de Castro here. I amped up the sound as best I could. This is a short clip. There's some wind noise and some clickety-clack on the keyboard. Try to get past the distractions and listen to what Lil Chilito has to say. He's talking dick, and it ain't Miss Cheney, and it ain't Richard Nixon. Nothing says I want to get the shit kicked out of me and be treated as poorly as possible as taunting the phallic size of the 4 surrounding you arresting officers while you're in handcuffs. I mean, really, nothing says I want to fall down a flight of stairs more than what you're doing here, Chili.
Let me ask you a question. Rainbow, you little, Johnson, do you think you guys got a tiny strip? How small is your dick, dude? Let go of it, bro. What a tiny dick you have, bro. What a tiny little dick you have, dude. Your dick must be this big. You can't even get it up. You gotta use my ass, bro. You're grabbing another man. I'm worried about you. You're such a weak bitch, bro. So much of it happening in 2 seconds. You're such a pussy, bro. You feel good squeezing my arm?
Joe A. Robert 14, copy and logo.
Hey, Robert.
First P number will be Charlie 16799 Lincoln. Second P number, Mary 15110 Charlie.
Yeah, Sergeant Torrey's going to come out. If you can just help me watch him. And then it's going to be a full booking. He's going to jail. It was approved by Sergeant Torrey, and he meets criteria, so...
So, despite De Castro's better efforts, the officer here, and I'll play that clip one more time. The officer here, Jesus Christ, man, Chili goes out to prove how shitty the police are. And every one of these fucking audits, just the police fucking shine. They shine. It's almost like there's maybe a dossier on De Castro, and it's floating around now. It's almost like these people are aware and prepared. So De Castro's at this point in time getting a full booking. Because he's being such a dickhead, they're going to put him in and make him postpone. When Chili finally gets himself calmed down, the arresting officer does go a little bit easy on him, but Chili is begging the whole fucking time. Bootlicking, begging. Bootlicking, begging. Castro out to prove the police are brutal tyrants is proving they're patient, understanding, and concerned about the citizenry. Doing a good job, Castro. Keep it up. So I believe this is the arrest clip, the next clip I'm going to play. And you'll see the windscreen, part of the windscreen is fogged out like the current picture is because the officer's laptop is in view. But right at the top edge of the fog, you'll see DeCastro roll in stage left, kind of amble over, one hand in his front pocket, turn, face the police car. And then he definitely raises his hand up to his chest. So he's either making a fist or, DeCastro style, giving the cop the finger. So this is something Chili's doing without his camera picking it up, knowing that he's doing it behind the view of the camera. The dash cam in the police car, the officer's body cam, got the whole thing. Chili didn't count on that. Chili's not too fucking smart.
Now you're insulting my name.
Okay. Can you just paste his info in there for me?
Yeah, I'll put his info in scroll.
And I'm going to start typing up TCR.
This has one person.
All right, I'm going to maintain body cameras.
Then you wouldn't be doing this.
That's his demeanor.
That might not have been the right clip. Let me remove clips here and load up some fresh ones. I am under the influence of a little Sudafed right now, which always makes me a little fucking cobweb-headed. Sorry about that.
All right. So I called Sergeant Torrey. He doesn't have to come out here, but he said he's going to come out here anyway. So, because you requested him, right? Do you still want him?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I want to file a complaint against you, bro.
Okay.
Like, you can't just grab me because I'm filming.
Okay, so during the arrest, Chili requested a supervisor. So the arresting officer is getting a supervisor who he is now informing Chili does not have to come out, and he is going to come out anyway. So Chili still gets a little fucking snipey here, and a little browbeating lecture-ish.
You like, you can't do that. I mean, sooner or later, after your egos calm down, you realize I didn't do anything to film, dude. You just act like a jerk.
Told you back up. It's simple.
But I'm just standing up.
It's the officer's ego. The problem is the officer's ego, because he knows that he raised the fist to him or flipped him the bird. So, Chili thinks he instigated that. He thinks that that's what the officer's reacting to. The officer might not even have seen it because he does appear to be looking down at his laptop. So the whole ego thing is, Chili thinks the guy's pissed off because he gave him the finger. Chili's used that as camouflage for instigating cops quite a few times in the past. This guy didn't bite on it. and he's pretty sound in his rationale about why Chile was charged with obstruction, because he was interacting with the driver that the officer had pulled over, which makes Chile part of the incident now. He shouldn't be part of the incident. That's the obstruction. Back up, refusal to back up, starting to argue the whole go away little doggy thing, and the white lip meffed upness isn't helping him either. So
Parking lot, bro. I'm no threat to you. I mean, come on, dude.
You weren't
This is
just
silly.
standing in a parking lot.
Dude, I'm no threat to you, man. It's the middle of the day. I look like a normal dude. I don't look like a psycho. I was literally just filming you and you freaked out.
Your lips are all white.
Because I'm mad. I need some water.
No, they were like that before. Do you use any drugs?
What are you trying to do? You're trying to make it like I'm some sort of drug addict or alcohol?
you are a drug addict, dude. We've all seen it. The officer's seen you one time, and he was able to identify that maybe you have a substance abuse issue, which, I've been watching you for almost a year now, bro. You have all the indicators of having a substance abuse issue. This guy picked it up one time looking at you. He's a good cop. He did a great job. He's probably going to get a promotion because of the way he handled Chile.
Or druggy. It won't work, bro. I have no criminal records.
I don't know why this got bleeped out right after Chile said he didn't have.
Sergeant Torrey's coming out, but it's going to be a full booking.
So the sergeant's coming out. It's going to be a full booking. This is backtracking into a little bit of where the audio was muted, zeroed out after the tone beep. If you watch Chile, he's making some kind of appeal, and then you'll see him kind of lean back and flop his head forward. He's done. He knows he's fucking done. He dropped a name or something, and there's an indicator. We'll take a look at it in another clip. I think Chile is a snitch. And I think because of snitchery in the past, he has some kind of status. Like, I think if he goes into jail, I think he has to be segregated. We'll see if you come to the same conclusion.
Sergeant Torrey's coming out, but it's going to be a full booking. Okay, can you just paste his info in there for me?
I'm gonna put his info in the phone.
And I'm going to start typing up TCR.
This has one card.
All right, I'm going to maintain body cameras.
Then you wouldn't be doing this.
That's his demeanor.
All right, so he tells him to maintain body camera, and he doesn't want the body cameras turned off and turned back on because he already knows the routine. He knows Chile will try to claim something happened when the camera is off.
So I saw earlier when I was trying to turn my body camera off to call Sergeant Torrey out of earshot from this person. That while he physically was pulling away from me, it had turned the power button off. I'll show you here. There's a power slider on the bottom here. Let's see. Where it's blinking red, there is a power slider. And while he pulled away from me and was resisting arrest, he knocked the slider to the off position. So that's where you'll see the body camera had turned off. But I'm back on now. I'm going to keep it on the remainder of the stop.
Okay, so in the scuffle with Chili, the officer's body camera was switched off. There's a slider on the underside of a square box control unit. Maybe somebody knew how to do that. Maybe it was accidental. Either way, it doesn't work out well for Chili because there's going to be a notation to be careful on approach because he's aware of equipment manipulation. That's not a good fucking notation to have. I mean, you're playing in the wrong arena. You're playing with the wrong fucking people. The people you're playing with can't affect any of the type of change that you claim you're an activist for. You're going to get a lecture on that from this officer, too. I mean, the more you muck around in this mud puddle, de Castro, the more likely you're going to be to get hurt in it. You should stop.
You little person, do you think you guys got a tiny trip? How small is your history? Let go of it, bro. What a tiny force you have, bro.
And we're back in the little dick stuff. Like, I'm dead serious. If your fucking hands are cuffed behind your back, you better shut that fucking yap of yours. Because, man, people, look, man, if you talk that kind of fucking nonsense and you hit somebody's hot button and you get fucking jacked in the jaw because of it, that's not the man who hit you's fault. That's your fucking fault for pushing it and pushing it. You're playing a fucking game that a fat, out of shape 48-year-old should not be fucking playing.
What a tiny little dick you have, dude. You're getting much of a big shit. You can't even get it up. You gotta use my average, bro. You're grabbing another man. I'm worried about this. You're such a weak bitch, bro. So much about having a
Now, the officer's holding Chili by the forearm. He's down below the area where Chili got the pinch put on him, which, Chili claimed the guy had the pinch on him for 30 minutes. It's fucking bullshit. Chili's in handcuffs with a man supposedly thumb pinching a nerve in or right around the elbow joint, which Chili has a little bruise from. Does Chili look like he's uncomfortable? He doesn't even look like he's uncomfortable. He's fucking yammering away, total fucking nonsense, memorized script bullshit, just like he always does when his hands are less free operating a motor vehicle while live streaming. Just saying, this seems like a safer version of Chili handcuffed, and it doesn't really. He seems comfortable with it. He really seems comfortable with it. He's just arguing away like he always does. It hasn't interrupted his routine at all. How much fucking torture could be going on here? I don't hear yelps. I don't hear cries. I don't hear screams. I hear fucking just a fountain of fucking insults. Chili's insulting four different individuals while in handcuffs, just talking fucking nonsense. And yet he was supposed to be in a state of torture right here. Fucking, he's a pathological liar.
Control A Robert 4, can you copy the logo?
A Robert.
First P number will be Charlie 16799 Lincoln. Second P number, Mary 15110 Charlie.
Yeah, Sergeant Torrey's going to come out. If you can just help me watch him. And then it's going to be a full booking. He's going to jail. It was approved by Sergeant Torrey, and he meets criteria, so.
So our boy is going full booking right now. God damn, Chilito. We get our next clip up here for us. So now he's talking fitness. This is right after the last scene with the small dick talk. Now Chili's talking fitness, and let's see who can do more push-ups. Chili really thinks he's going to con these guys with like high school locker room tactics to get them to take the cuffs off him. Chili wants to fucking run really bad right now. Chili wants to run. That's why the guys won't let go of his arm. Like, he's not pinching him, torturing him. Doesn't even have him in a pain compliance hold here. Chili's, yammering away. Inviting officers to feats of physical prowess. The weirdness is just. These guys just entertain him like he's a fucking lunatic. Like they know he's a fucking lunatic.
I don't think you're in shape, bro. I think you're only doing this to me because you can. I'm in shape under it. I'm in real shape. I'm a little fat, but I'm in real shape. I can go hard. Just grab it, bro. Why are you squeezing my elbow like that?
Now, all the tough talking, under all this, he's in real shape. He's in shape. He's a little fat, but he's in shape under all this. All this fucking tough talk here. Don't forget, all this fucking just tough talk. This is a rooster scratching at the ground with his chest puffed out, cawing every once in a while. This is a rooster routine. He's getting all their names and badges. Trouble is a coming.
Control, all David 65, can you clear me, Jason?
Oh, now he's complaining about the elbow grab. One of the officers just accused Chili of having dilated pupils. So the read on Chili is the meth white lips and the dilated pupils. Some variation of the variety of amphetamine Annies that are out there. you know, two signs have been observed. I think Chili got close to getting psych warded on this one.
Verified. Control you on channel, verified.
Chili's doing the whole "you don't know who I am" routine. Correct, dude. No one knows who the fuck you are. Literally no one. There's about 90,000 cell phones that are running scripts to call into your YouTube broadcast, but no one knows who you are. When the cell phones become sentient, you'll have 90,000 listeners. Until then, you don't. Chili's chuckling, laughing, and continuing to taunt the officers while he's in a self-professed state of torture. Does this look like a tortured man to you? Or does this look like an excitable boy? Chili's so menaced and so terrorized and so tortured that he's telling his captors, shut the fuck up. It's not the kind of response that happens during torture. So now the officer behind Chili has just explained to Chili, it's hard to hear, that his body language and the way he's posturing himself indicates that he's thinking about running. Then Chili responds with the "where the fuck am I going to run to? There's 5 of you," which means Chili's already calculated the odds of getting away if he does run, which means he's been thinking about running and he's showing physical signs of it. Radius Hattis in the chat asks, states that it's weird that Chili tells all his followers not to talk to the police, but when Chili gets cinched up by the popo, he can't shut that fucking yap of his. And if there are, you know, police in that area, the Vegas area, that are aware of Chili de Castro, and you hear this, do me a favor, keep them fucking talking. The more this guy talks, the more he tells about himself. The whole little dick talk thing. Who talks like that other than fucking like high school boys? An adult male don't fucking talk that way. That little dick talk shit. That means the little dick talker, the accuser, is the one with the little fucking dick. It always works out that way. Always. Confessions. The one thing with con men and grifters is they like to confess what they're doing because it makes them feel even smarter, because they feel like, well, I basically let you know exactly what it is I did. As if you're at fault for not understanding how he conned you, which in a way you do share some of the blame, but that doesn't absolve the con man from the fucking con game. Little D de Castro. Confession by projection.
Hey, can I go now?
No, Sergeant Torrey's still coming out.
When is that?
He's on his way. It takes time to drive. No, you're actually under arrest.
I'm under arrest?
Yeah, you're going to jail.
I'm going to jail?
Yeah. Sergeant Torrey will explain that to you when he gets here. But yeah, you're going to jail.
Can I call a family member to...
At jail you can, but not here.
This fucking scene is so good. Chili can't antagonize the fight. He can't get a reaction out of the cops outside. Chili's talking away. They're acting unaffected. Chili's not getting any attention. He's not getting the attention he wants. So he literally shouts out to Daddy, the arresting officer, and asks a question a dumb 5-year-old would ask. Can I go now? And Daddy officer gets out and delivers to Chili the fucking fact he's known the whole fucking time, but refused to admit to himself, because even after this, he still thinks he can talk his way out of this. No one on that scene is shocked about what's going down or the way it's going down, except for Chili de Castro. I mean, Chili practices. He's got a script. He's got a routine. He just got beat fucking bad. All he had to do was back up. See the ego thing? All Chili had to do was back up. As soon as that officer gave him a command, he refused. The moment he gave him a command. And then he launched into the go away little doggy soliloquy. I think that go away little doggy routine is going to get him tased, because it's going to make someone want to tase him when he does that shit. Yeah, Chili, you better stop doing this shit. You're going to get fucked up. I don't know how good the video quality is, but if you just look through that window, Daddy just delivered some bad fucking news, and Chili's finally shut that fucking mouth of his, and he just looking around bewildered. Chili's completely demoralized here. Complete tone change, complete attitude change. Daddy just delivered some hard fucking news. Now the men who Chili's been taunting because he thinks when the sergeant shows up, he's going to talk his way out of it. It ain't fucking happening. Now Chili knows it. The complete fucking, dude, he just went from a fucking actor playing an alpha to a fucking cuck. He goes full fucking cuck right here. Full fucking cuck.
Stop 5107, behavior, copy another.
Stop 5107.
David 1, David, Tim, Ida, George, Nora, Nevada. Rango 1, please.
Stop 5107.
You got to listen close. Chili's still talking away, but he ain't doing the taunting, the threatening, and the fucking bullshit with the fucking surrounding officers. He will fucking lash out a little bit at the arresting officer in a extremely beta, passive, aggressive way. Chillicuck. Right now, Chili is attempting to commune with the ayahuasca discovery he made that his god is a female spirit that inhabits a tree. Keep praying to Castro. Us falling on wooden ears. Our hero De Castro silenced at last. What fucking thoughts are running through that fucking hamster wheel head of his? I bet it's just a squeaking sound. Okay, so there's a little flare up here about the holding of the handcuffs. Chili really wants to fuck. All he can think about is run. All he can think about is run. There's a fucking a voice in his head that's fucking urging him to get the fuck out of there. It's fucking written all over him, and that's a scared fucking rabbit right there. Forget all that tough talk Chili was talking. You're hurting him. You're hurting him. Forget all the antagonistic bullshit and all that tough talk. Now you're hurting him. Be gentle. He's the victim now. Chili's switching over from alpha aggressor to beta cuck victim mentality. You may have in the last clip watched a personality split, where one retreated, one bark, didn't work, retreated, and the softer side came out, the negotiator instead of the bully. Yeah, man, he might have more than one personality. I'm really looking forward to seeing the other officers' body cams, because it'll be nice to see what the officers are saying to Chili. Because I think the agenda the whole time with the police has been to calm Chili down and to see if they could get him. He's not in a fucking rational state of mind here. So, the officers are trying to present a little bit of an appearance of overwhelming to help him process the fact that he now needs to submit. And, Chili's having difficulty with it. But he's transitioning.
Central, after you get you to Puppy Hill 6-7. Two two Victor 80. Northbound on Buffalo, south of Westcliff.
220 Victory, sir.
Control 013 TV.
It's working. The officer ain't really having to hold on to him too hard anymore. Chili's still yammering away talking, but he's a lot calmer and a lot more civil than he was moments ago. So, you know, they are definitely de-escalating the situation. The only one that really has refused to de-escalate is the handcuffed to Castro. Panic.
Okay, animal control to our location.
Copy for dog, inside.
It's going to be a dog, terrier, small. Controlling Bravo 1, copy log on. John 16957 flight, vehicle 4474. Roger, Lieutenant.
Albert, please parking lot.
Copy.
The cop got him leaned up on the car a little bit now because that indicates that the officer thinks he's going to try to bolt because if you push him up against the car, you confine him a little bit. It's harder to get a fucking good push start. You're in an awkward position. So, yeah, man, I think they're pretty concerned that he's a fucking runner.
Robert 29. Cheney in Washington.
And that's 887 Robert 49?
887 Robert 49.
Project 14 people.
You may help you out with that animal unattended charge. That's what.
Is that his car?
Yeah, that van. You got a dog in it?
No. Oh, that's his van?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to go with the original charges.
Okay.
Is the dog's not in distress, right? It's fine?
Say what?
The dog's not in distress, right?
No.
I mean, it's cool out here, so.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Okay. No, as long as we get care for the dog, I don't care to do any charges on that.
Okay.
Do you want to attend for the test?
I'll be doing it.
So despite all of Chili's bullshit and the nonsense he fucking talks, the arresting officer is trying to still accommodate Chili by making sure his dog is taken care of and not towing the vehicle off, which they very well could do. So, tyrant, total dominion. If that was the case, Chili, you'd be sitting in fucking jail still without a bond.
572 Victor 01 Nevada, Durango and Westwood.
I'll be doing it.
So, the boys have Chili at this point under control. They are attempting to de-escalate the situation, which doesn't require much from them other than they babysit little Chilito in this big dangerous world until he can get his head functioning properly again. So this is clip 3. I think we already got this.
Eight, 7, Robert, Marina.
Yeah, we already got this one. So we leave with our hero, Chili de Castro, going to jail. I have to have another clip beside that one. Let me check. Yeah, we're an hour and 4 in. I should have one more video clip. And of course, after all this, let me get the last clip. After all this, Chili was so demoralized and I really think emasculated that today, 12 hours ago, he did another fucking misogynist, straight up misogynist attack on a female police officer. Slut shaming, all that shit. Like, the police are people like any other people, the same fucking infidelity that goes on in the police force goes on in fucking the lawyer profession. It goes on in the doctor profession. It goes on in the construction profession. You're fucking not doing anything helpful by besmirching the character of women in general. It's not helpful to you and your cause. Bro, I'll give you a little fucking heads up if you're going to run for governor. 51% of the population of the U.S. is female. That's a little over half the voters. If you act like a fucking misogynist and women are inferior to men in the 21st century, Josie Maria, women will fucking hate you and you won't have a fucking chance. So after you got yourself in trouble, didn't get your way, had a fucking temper tantrum, filing another round of fucking federal civil lawsuits, how much closer are you to transparency? And how hell-bent on showing people how low you'll go are you? I mean, you just straight up did a fucking thorough besmirching of female professionals, police officers, females who have positions of authority and income, health insurance, life insurance, probably retirement savings. And you have none of those fucking things, Chili. You literally are the Saturday Night Live. I live in a van down by the river, motivational speaker. You're literally becoming that guy. Part 4.
We're taking them in.
What's that?
We're taking them in.
Yeah, Sergeant Torrey's coming out here. Just make sure you keep your body camera on for the whole stop. We don't want to like turn on and off a whole bunch of times because he'll just accuse us of doing something wrong. Just make sure you keep your body cam on. But he's going for resisting and obstructing. Sergeant Torrey is going to come out here and talk to him. But yeah, I'm working on the arrest packet. All I need is for people to watch him so I can type my narrative. Okay. That's all I need.
All the arresting officer needs is a couple of babysitters. Can you help me out, fellas? Yeah, buddy, we can babysit for you. Chili getting babysat right here. Chili's getting babysat right here. And he's the kind of baby that putting him in the corner wasn't enough to chill him the fuck out. He had to actually be restrained. That's an adult fucking child having a toddler temper tantrum. It's like layers of stupidity piled up by density. The thicker shit on the bottom.
I want to give me his last 4 of his social, but everything.
He doesn't have to. That's fine. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you done the federal civil rights lawsuit before?
Yes, I have. Okay. Well, I won that one. I'll win this one too.
He wasn't getting attention again, so he calls out to Daddy. Daddy, arresting officer, Daddy. You ever been in a civil rights lawsuit? And the officer responds, yeah, I have. Chili's some retort. The officer goes, I won that one. I'll win this one too. Doesn't fucking care. Chili's lawsuit threats. Like, this guy's doing his job by the fucking book. Pretty fucking close. Chili, you gonna run into a dude like this officer who's by the book, but not as understanding as this guy is, and maybe a little heavier handed. You gotta stop, Chili. You're gonna get fucked up.
Okay, good
This
luck.
is wrong what you're doing to me.
A lot of people sue me,
You're
but
allowing him to torture me, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna work my narrative.
You say you're squeezing. You're gonna work your narrative?
Yes, your arrest narrative.
So our officer did two things. He alerted everyone not to shut the body cameras off, right? So everyone's got a shot of Chili, because that threatened to sue shit is an actual threat. You're threatening to sue. You're making a threat. If you're doing that to influence the officer's actions, yeah, that's a fucking problem. And now it's all on film, Chili. You gonna get fucking run out of Vegas. Vegas might get so tired of you that they'll be willing to foot the bill to ship you back to Oregon, Ohio, Chili. Be fucking careful, man. Because money does solve problems. And, you literally a fucking car ride away.
Second unit demoralization.
3 Victor 2, copy 3 Victor himself, Frankfurt, Buffalo, Northport.
Rifle and Charles.
3 Victor 2, are you good for now?
So he keeps saying that he's hurting him, but I can see from my perspective, and hopefully the body cam too, that he's just holding the handcuffs. And I did the same thing. I was just holding the handcuffs lightly, and he kept saying I was twisting them. And I was not doing an ignition lock, even though it is an improved technique. We were literally just lightly handling the handcuffs, touching the handcuffs. And he thinks that we're hurting him.
This cop knows that Chili Castro is a slip and fall guy. He's the guy who slips in front of a fucking car and says the car hit him. He's paralyzed. Get a big settlement. Go to a tent show healer. You can fucking walk again. Yeah, the officer knows Chili's a fucking low rent. He's a slip and fall guy. Chili might be the kind of guy that would bounce his own head off the hood of your car and then claim you fucking did it to him. Like, Chili's that kind of fucking desperate. Maybe that's why dude was holding his fucking arm for so long, so that he didn't have the ability to slam his own head into the fucking hood. Because these guys know what the Castro's about. They might not know him. They may very well know of him. But they got a pretty accurate handle on what he's about really fast. Really fast. That he's just a fucking agitated adjutant. He's what's the Greek myth? Io. Hera turned Io into a calf because Zeus had his eye on her. And then some other god sent a gadfly to further punish Io. And the bite of the gadfly. That's what Chili is. He's the gadfly, horsefly. That fucking fly in the ruins of summer day. That fly. That's who he is. These police officers know it. They read it pretty accurately.
Control Canadian 95. Can you clear it quickly?
Sergeant's about to roll up. Doing debrief him on everything.
Yeah.
I think it's coming around the back, so homeboy can't see him, or I don't know what he's doing.
No, it's fine. I'll go over. I'll talk to him, and then.
You looked over there.
Yeah. Just make sure you keep your body. Just make sure you keep your body cam on the whole time.
Huh?
Just keep your body cam on the whole time.
Yeah, that's not.
Ow! You're in my shoulder. What are you doing? You're hurting my fucking arm, dude. Just cut off the fucking arm. Stop it, dude. Stop it. Okay, dude. Okay, stop, dude. Stop. You try to be. What are you?
Once again, Chili wasn't getting attention. Chili started faking the fucking ow, ow, so Daddy will come out. Well, Daddy's out.
What are you doing? Now you're gonna go in the back way to the car. That's my car key, dude.
Hey, I think Sarge just pulled up. If you want to keep him out for just a minute.
I'm not.
All right, it's unlocked. It's unlocked.
All right, so the next phase in the operation is to get Chili seated in the arresting officer's vehicle, because he will not be allowed to speak to the sergeant until that happens. So that's going to take a minute here.
They're putting him in the car right now. He's still pulling away from us. Camera off. Talk to the sergeant.
So the sergeant intervenes. I think Chili does the whole, I'm the victim routine, just verbatim, repeats it all. And the sergeant still signs off on the charges and the arrest of Chili de Castro. And then, let me see if I have it here. The officer does feel a little bit of pity for Chili and cuts him a break. All right, 1 second. I'm checking in my archives to see if I have it down. I should have it downloaded. Nice. Bring that up. I apologize. My organization skills are a little off the mark today. There we go. The audio should kick in just a couple seconds here. There we go.
So then it's just talking target, but it's legally parked and all that. So
It's private property. Just I don't care about the car. Just make sure the dog's fine.
okay, yeah. So I already called. Animal control is going to be up.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, as long as the dog's fine, I don't care about the car. It can stay.
Okay.
Can you just call my nephew, dude? Don't take my dog like that, dude.
I can't call your nephew.
Do me favors. You the dude who caused all this fucking problem because he wouldn't take 3 steps backward now is asking for fucking favors. Which the guy gives to Chili. He accommodates him. But listening to Chili beg and beg and beg to annoy the guy to give it to him. This guy he doesn't want to fuck with the dog. He doesn't want to fuck with the car. He doesn't want to get involved in that shit. He doesn't want to make it worse. He genuinely doesn't want to make the situation worse than it is. But you can't just hand if you arrest someone, right? The vehicle could be stolen. If they're not on the title, the vehicle could be stolen, hasn't been reported stolen yet. So you can't just hand the key off to someone else to take the vehicle away until the registered owner's been contacted. And the reason for that is if the police take possession of the key and then hand the key off to someone who then wrecks the vehicle, the police, if they haven't gotten the permission of the registered owner, could be on the hook for the cost of the damaged vehicle. That's the reason. That's the reason. But listening to Chili beg for favors here, and the arresting officer is going to give a little ground to Chili and do a favor or two for him, but you're not right away giving in. He's making Chili ask a few times for it to slow him down, to keep him from continuing to ask for more and more. And in the end, the Castro, spoiler alert, cover your ears if you don't want to hear this. 3, 2, 1. De Castro begs to be let go. Begs for it.
I was watching. He wasn't torturing.
He squeezed my arm so hard. He sat there and tortured me, dude. So long.
Perfect answer. Feel bad for me. I'm the victim. You sat there and watched that guy torture me. Perfect response. I didn't see him torture you. He didn't torture you. I mean, he even pointed it out to the fucking body cam while it was going down, dipshit. Chili thinks he can play everybody. I think he really does think he's smarter than everybody. I think that's, goes back to his fucking childhood where he probably was the fucking dumb kid in the house. So, and, prone to overreact when he didn't get his way. So people accommodated him. And then he went out into the fucking world thinking the world should accommodate him. 48. He still hasn't figured it the fuck out.
I wish you hadn't made this choice. You should just apologize and we should work it out now so you don't get sued.
Chili says to the cop, I don't know if you can hear it or not. If I get annoying with this, let me know. Chili says to the cop, we should just work it out. That way you don't get sued. Chili's cuffed in the back of a car, and he's actually dumb enough to think that he's arguing from a position of superiority or leveraged in any way. Chili, you on the high end of the teeter-totter here. The big guys are on the other side. They're at the bottom, you in the air. You fucked. Can't beat the ride, Chili. Can't beat the ride.
So I don't want to argue with you. I'm not going to talk to you anymore, okay? The charges that you're going to be arrested for are obstructing and resisting. If you're curious about why, it's going to be in the narrative, but I don't want to sit here and argue with you. But those are your charges. It's going to be Clark County Detention Center. Sergeant Torrey is here. He will speak to you. Give him a moment. Be patient, but that's what's happening. I'm not talking to you anymore, okay? You can call at the jail.
Daddy's done. Daddy's done. No more arguing. You are going to your room. Then he makes the little request. Can I get my phone? Can you call my family? Do something for me. Alpha? Alpha? The fuck?
I know they will help you with that. They can help you get a phone number out of your phone. They have a procedure for that.
Are you going to lock my car and put the windows up?
Yes. I will safeguard your property.
And then you're going to steal my dog? Why don't you just let me get my family to get my dog?
No. Your dog's going to be with animal control, and when you get out of jail, call them. We'll get a slip. We'll put it in your property so you know where your dog's going, what the phone number is, so you can call them, and you can get your dog once you get out of jail. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's...
You can walk it back now, but you can't walk it back once I go.
No, it's done. It's done.
Then you and I are going to be associated for the next 7 years.
Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, I'm used to it at this point. It's fine. So.
Hey, Board, did you need any of us? Sandoval said he's going to stay with the car until I
No, I just Sandoval. It's fine.
Right now.
The
All right.
keys for the van is in the back of your car.
Is it where?
I'll put it on our property.
Let me make sure I have all the stuff.
Make sure the keys are with the van. The car keys are in there. Car keys,
His
two
phone,
cell phones,
his money,
his
all the
glasses,
all the stuff that was in his pockets are out.
Yeah, whatever Sandoval pulled out.
Okay.
So just give us the since he has the...
Yeah, give that to Sandoval, and I'll make sure I get that back before we go.
All right, so he's making accommodations for Lil Chilito's nephew. His nephew. To come, take care of his responsibilities, get the dog. I don't fucking know, man. If I was, I'm 55. If I was 48, I would not be calling my fucking nephews to fucking get me out of trouble. No fucking way. That's crazy. I wouldn't fucking do it now. I would sit in jail before I called one of my fucking a generation younger than me to fucking get me out of trouble. If that was the case, I would sit in fucking jail. We'll fucking do the time. Chili is that fucking crazy uncle. Chili starts going into his mantra here about how the last 2 years he's been trying a nice way to do it and nobody will give him the time of day. There's a message in that, Chili. Maybe nobody's on board with your bullshit. Maybe that's why you got to buy fucking subscribers, Just saying. Passing on some info from a friend.
bruised, you know, and maybe a lesson being learned on both sides. Yeah, I mean, he's what is the arresting thing? You know, we can turn it into something good instead of $100 grand and 600 hours of my time. Because I have to follow through. You know, and I'd rather just say, look, these guys put me in torture effects, we talked it out in the back, and now I'm going to go down and talk with Las Vegas Metro and film it and start to create a better.
This is chilly logic. You put handcuffs on me, therefore you tortured me. If you tortured me, I can file a federal tort lawsuit. I hope that's a lemon custard. No, I'm fucking hungry. Because of the handcuffs, he was tortured. He can file a federal tort lawsuit. But Chili's willing to surrender his right to file a lawsuit if they'll just take the cuffs off and let him go. And then he further goes, and you have to have a public dialogue with me. Nobody wants to fucking talk to you, Chili. You should take that out of the fucking bargaining, because nobody wants to fucking talk to you. And it blows all your fucking deals. That's some seriously fucking weird logic. I'm going to sue you for arresting me, so don't arrest me. Who the fuck's afraid of being sued by Chili to Castro?
Control Trevor 4, right. Looks like business as usual. You can hold off on the rest. Looks like business as usual.
Three Roberts, Trout, Fort Apache.
I mean, look, I'm just being honest here. You know, I have a huge following, and this should be an opportunity for me to drop my guns and not sue you guys, and for you guys to drop your guns and say, you know, we did have him, we're going to arrest him in the back of the car. Hang on one second, I'm talking to Bob.
I don't know what went on right there. Chili's talking to the sergeant because he's doing the whole you drop your guns, I'll drop my guns. That's not a metaphor I would use with the fucking police. I want to be telling the police to drop their guns, you know, because it's just the kind of thing you do that irritates people. And you don't want to do that. You want to negotiate successfully. You don't want to blow up your negotiations by pissing off the other party. But then he's talking to a third person, and it's not the arresting officer in the front seat. So he might be talking to his nephew on the cell phone at this point in time. So somebody gave in somewhere and allowed him to call his fucking nephew. And, you know, instead of the Humane Society just getting the dog. So, you know, our police are probably dog guys, and they don't want the dog getting fucked up.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir, Mason? Hey, Suntory, are you going to be able to come here and pick up his dog? Well, they arrested me before. I was too close, he said. I disagreed with him. So I'm talking to him now about what I'm going to do. cars here. I don't know. All right, I'll let you go. Don't leave me in here. Okay, please.
He had to be talking on the phone. Now, why the fuck would he say, oh, my car is here? Chili said that. Why the fuck would he say that? Who the fuck is he talking to? I gotta go. My car's here.
You know, but look, you know, I can't, you know, I have to follow through if you guys follow through and you guys don't back down and I can't back down and then it's ego versus ego and we're not getting anywhere. We have to, and I've been begging cops all across the country. I'm sure you're taking this one by now. I've been begging cops across the country. Let's have a meeting and let's close this gap. And so far, all I've gotten is no, we're just going to arrest you and keep your dad. Well, just like, for example, but like for example, you know, when I said I'll be detained, I mean, dude, I'm 15 years old, and I'm not going to run off. Like once you realize I'm a threat, just take the cups and get much. But maybe the policy, this is what I'm talking about. You need the policy.
Mr. Caruso, the answer to your question is yes. His live stream ran all the way up to the point. There's, I think, a good 10 minutes of it just, you know, the video's facing up at the sky. But the audio goes all the way up to the point where the officer tells Chili, you're under arrest. And he goes, I'm under arrest. And the guy goes, you're under arrest. You're going to jail. I think that's the point where Chili's cell phone or his live stream crapped out, shut off.
Maybe we should have that about, can we digitally detain people who we know are middle class that are not a threat to our taxation? Can we digitally detain them? You know, we can start to have those thoughts. But, you know, I would rather unravel this than, and tell my audience I'm not suing them. They did treat me bad, but I was a bit of a dick. And I would rather we made a good example out of this instead of this process that is across the country is not making anything better. Auditors across the country in the U.S., it's not making it better. And you're not stopping it. It's like, we should just go over.
5107, 457. 7 Charlie Queen, Baker 348, California, Durango, my clip.
Not sure if it's been or what, but it's 720 Queen, Baker 348.
Right, but there's no boundaries right now.
7 Charlie Queen, Baker 348, correct.
We actually said, okay, you know what? He wants to arrest you, you're not going to arrest him. He wants to sue, you're not going to sue. Why don't we make a public deal about it and talk about
Here's number 16, copy of 463. Case number 6. I'll be en route to Mandalay Bay. I'll switch over to Convention Center.
Well, why don't we set an event where we can sit down and bring this cop in here who's not that long at all and sit down and talk about some rules to what we can agree upon when we're audited. Why not do that instead of just arresting me? Hello. Are you here for this? Yeah. Oh, okay. Dude, I'm on camera, right? So you can say what my audience, I got 100,000 subscribers. I don't lie. If I tell you I won't, I won't. And this guy's got to sit down with me and we got to talk about what the rules are for filming you guys. Just grabbing me and arresting me because you're pissed off is not a way to treat the public. Right, but there was
No poison me. I like that theory.
danger. It wasn't like it was a danger situation. I'm wearing electric blue in the day. You know, like there has to be some sort of, like she has to get some sort of rationale. And not everybody wants to kill. I don't want to kill her. I don't want to kill anyone. So, but just we're just going to go through the same process I've been through 4 times now. And I just keep telling you guys, and it's just dividing us further and further and further. Yeah, so we're talking to people, dude. Look at this thing that we realize. I'm not the point that I'm trying to make is that if we don't change this organization, there's no tolerance. If you don't do what we say, then we're going to hurt you. And that didn't sound good.
Plate 657, Neighbor Mary Adams, Fort Apache, Flamingo, southbound.
This guy get off his ego. I got to back off my ego and put the handle off the book for me. But it would be better that he does with the team and don't work 600 hours for me. He's squeezing my elbows and I teach he deserves to be seen. I would rather not. I would rather you guys actually like, you know what? Let's actually have a public meeting about this and an auditor. The last time I audited you guys 2 weeks ago, you guys said we had a personal auditor on the scene. You guys are so aware of it.
Chili says the last time he audited these guys 2 years ago, maybe he left a fucking impression 2 years ago. People started recognizing him again. Keep fucking talking, Chili.
Just arresting us isn't a way to win the public. Look, I'm in torture cuffs in the back of the cruiser. Like filming someone and saying, please don't grab me.
Hello. The barbecue? Yeah, it's open.
I was going to go eat some barbecue. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. No, my business is elsewhere, not the barbecue place.
Okay.
See, Chili, you dumb fuck, and then you make the locals hate you because you get the barbecue place all fucked up. Dumb fuck.
Open? All right, so his property's back in. What did he say about the key with Sandoval has it. We have the keys right now. Because if I keep him here, it's probably going to escalate once his people get here. You know, maybe have one more unit come with Sandoval because he says he wants 2. But I wanted to get him out of here just to keep it calm. Unless we're able to put the dog in your car.
Yeah. Do that. Put the dog in my car, and then these family members coming.
Yeah. Talk to my car, so I guess they're on their way.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll cancel animal control. That's okay with him that I grab it.
Yeah, he said it was okay. I got it on camera.
Did he say how long? Here, let me open it. I could always just park around the corner or something out of sight, and that way he can just give the keys right after.
I thought it was
Every day.
Hey, Sandy. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is just to keep it de-escalated here, I'll drive around back. work on my report over there. And then when you're done, you can just hand over the key, and then I'll get en route.
Okay. I'll see. I'll ask him how friendly the dog is.
Okay.
I'll just grab it from right there.
Okay. If that works for you, I'll do that too. Whatever's good with you.
Yeah, he's good with it.
Which one?
Take the dog out of the car.
Turn it off, secure it. I'll take the key, and then we'll go. Okay. All right. I'll hang out with him then.
Okay.
Keep working on my report.
Sergeant. So, look. Where's my dog? Bring me a dog. You gonna give my dog to this guy? And then be like, oh, okay, so that's a boundary. Okay. Instead.
Little insight into chili world.
I mean, it could be more than a declaratory judgment. I don't, not against you, I don't think. Because you didn't do anything to me.
So, I didn't even want to have to come talk to you. I was just trying to finish my business with the car stop.
I don't know why you did it, dude.
So,
you went too far.
Because I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are either. You know, if you're a homicidal, there's a percentage of cops who sign up to kill people. Not all of them, but a percentage. So I don't know which one you are. Maybe 1 out of 1,000 does that, but what if you're the 1 out of 1,000? So you don't know who I am either. What if I'm the 1 out of 1,000 who wants to film, but secretly wants to shoot you? I mean, come on, bro.
I don't. I mean, I'm sure you don't trust me, but I don't. That's not my intent. My intent is to safely encounter this driver here and have a conversation with them and business with them about whatever violation they did.
Then why am I in cuffs?
Because you also committed a violation that was more serious than what they had committed.
It was a serious violation?
More serious than what I had in front of me.
I think you're, you know, as far as a man, I think you're more than this, dude. I see you as more than this. I'm sorry you don't.
So for next...
Holy shit, you're more of a... I see more of a man in you than you see in you. What the fuck is the Castro talking about? That's some cock shit. And you're trying to you're gonna beg here. You're gonna beg to let go. You're gonna beg. Falling on deaf ears.
Next time, just so you understand what I was trying to explain to you, you can film me. I don't care about the phone. People film me all the time. Usually I wave and smile and say hi. But when you come up to my driver and you're talking to my driver, it's not your business. If you were to be by, let's say that truck, for example, that's far enough away that I know you're not going to be involved. And if you want to film, that's cool. I'll ignore it. I know some cops get pissed off about it. I'm not pissed off about you filming. What I'm upset about is that you started engaging with my driver, and you had no business to. If you want to talk to them after I release them, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Have a conversation with them.
See, but now we could have had this conversation publicly, and you wouldn't get sued. If you guys said, okay, let's not arrest him. You know, here's how the cop feels. Here's how I feel. You're not going to change being a cop, right? I'm not going to stop filming cops. So instead of you dragging me to a dungeon and charging me with crimes, we could have had this public conversation about, hey, here are my boundaries of you filming, and made that a public conversation.
Why would he have to have a public conversation with you? Why would he have to? One. Why would he want to when he gave you a simple directive to back away and you became an asshole? He doesn't have to, and you're giving him no reason to want to. And he's kind of explaining that to you But you just don't fucking get it. You can't go around forcing your chili will on other people, dude. Because most of it's crazy talk.
And we were going to arrest him, but we didn't. Instead, to have this, and he was going to sue, but he didn't. Instead, we had this public conversation about what we want as cops and what you want as auditors. That would be far more productive than you taking me to a dungeon and suing me. We would actually get somewhere bridging the divide.
Well, let's be productive moving forward, but I can't ignore what already happened here today.
You can. You can take these cuffs off me. I can tell you I'm not going to sue you, and we can do the public conversation about here's what the cops want when they audit, when you're auditing them, and here's what we want. Because what you just said to me has a lot of value, and it would go a long way in the community if you just let your guard down and set it.
What do you think other people would do if I let you go right now?
I think, what would they say about me for not suing you and the guy torturing me? They're going to say Chili let down a little bit, and he let down a little bit, and now they're having a public conversation about if you're going to audit, don't talk to the driver while the cop's talking, because he wants to do his job. And that's a very valuable piece of information that everybody in the auditing community could hear and then be like, oh, okay, so that's a boundary. Okay.
Yo, dude, the boundaries are already fucking set. The police aren't the ones that set the boundaries. Legislature did that. Those are the rules the police follow. You constantly want the police to break the fucking rules, but then you're bitching about the police that break the rules. It's not even oxymoronic. It's fucking stupid.
Instead, we won't have that conversation. And I want to bridge the gap. I don't just want to hate cops. I actually want to change it. I'm not just some frauditor trying to make money from YouTube.
That's the fucking lie. You are just some frauditor trying to make money on YouTube because you tried to do this routine on TikTok with the black community. They don't want to have nothing to fucking do with you once they found out who you were. You made some remarks. You got run out of fucking town. You showed up on YouTube. You getting run out of town again. Rinse, lather, repeat. You better start working on your next round of fucking startup capital to Castro. You need a new fucking story.
Executive, dude. I quit my executive job to do this. A huge pay cut, by the way. But unless you drop your...
Chili quit his executive job to do this. What fucking job? You don't have a job. You didn't even have a fucking job. Show me tax return, buddy. Because you sue me, we'll look at your tax returns.
Ego a little bit and I drop mine. I want to sue the shit out of Sandoval for torturing me. But if I tell you I won't, then I won't. And if you unarrest me, then you unarrest me. And then we set a schedule to sit down face to face and say, I was going to arrest him, I was going to sue him, and we both backed down. And here's what we learned. That's
never gonna fucking happen because the cop knows he did his job by the book, and he even anticipated all the shenanigans the Castro was gonna pull. So why would he trade his rock solid, like, dude, seriously? He's got trip aces. You got a fucking a deuce, a tree, and junk. Why would he buy a bluff? He's got a rock solid. He's the guy who did the fucking arrest. He's not the guy you want to be negotiating with. Because all he has to do is tell you, fuck no. And it's pretty much what he tells you. Though he does ease up on you a little bit. You got lucky, boy.
So here's the options that I have, okay? I can't unarrest you, but hear me out. I can either fully book you into the jail, where you have court tomorrow morning, or I can issue what's known as a Class 2 citation. Have you ever been issued one of those before? Basically, it's a ticket that you get processed through the jail. They fingerprint and photograph you, and then it's a walkthrough. And what it does is it removes you from the area because you're continuing, okay? And it can't continue here right now. So what I can do is I can issue the Class 2 citation. It's a walkthrough, and you'll be right out. You'll be out like an hour or so. Don't quote me on that.
Will you have
but
the
something.
Conversation?
What's that?
Will you have the conversation? Will you sit down on camera and talk about your boundaries for auditors?
That's not something that my department usually lets us do.
Well,
There's a position for that, and I'm sure that they would be happy to talk to you.
Well, how good is this going, dude?
But they're not going to let me personally.
But how good is it going between citizens and police? It's going terrible. It's going worse than ever. It's not getting better. So I'm trying, but I've tried to do it nice, and you guys would never sit down and talk with me. And now I'm going hardcore with you guys. Let's have a public conversation.
So we have a position for that. We have officers for that. Their whole job is to do that type of thing. It's to answer questions for the community. And what I'm trying to explain is, could I answer yes to your question? I could, but then I would be violating my policies. They don't let us speak out like that. They want that specific position to answer your questions. That way none of our staff is blindsided. That way they know what's going on. They know who they're talking to. They know what topics you're going to be talking about. That way everybody is in the know. My job is different from that. I'm just a patrol officer. I'm a lowly patrol officer.
You're not lowly, dude. You're a man.
Well, I appreciate that. But does that make sense, though? Like, there is a position.
I don't like you putting me in cuffs, dude. You're a man.
Reach out to our headquarters. That's where they all are.
I've done this, dude. It goes nowhere. We never get anywhere. It never changes, and it has to change. I don't just want to do this so people notice who I am. They already do. I want to do this because I actually want to change this. Like, for example, dude, you guys had me on camera. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to try to fight you. Once the body cam's on, I see it, you say you're detained. Okay, I won't leave this area. I won't. Now, I see the crazies in Vegas that will do crazy shit. I get it. But most of us middle-class folks, I'm not fighting, I'm not running.
You're right. Most people are not violent. But the ones that don't listen to us right away, have you seen the First Amendment auditors that are violent?
I've never seen
That
any.
have weapons?
I've never seen any.
I've seen a lot.
Send them to me.
And the thing is, I don't know you. Now I'm starting to get to know you, but I didn't know you before.
DeleteLaws@gmail.com. Delete Laws on YouTube.
Delete Laws?
Delete Laws, okay? I'd like to see a First Amendment violent auditor. But the point is, though, is once you say you're on camera and you're detained, do you understand that you're detained? That's it, dude. I'm not going to commit a felony and walk off. I'm not going to, I think that, don't get me wrong, you go to Charleston Boulevard and stuff, you're going to get people that are methed out and shit that'll do that. Sandoval sat there and tried to pretend like I was on drugs or I was crazy or something. It's just insulting,
Well, I'm glad you didn't commit a felony, but can you see that you tried to walk off? You didn't turn your back to me, but I told you to come to my car and you refused.
I walked right over your car, right in front of it. I walked right to it. I stood right in front of your car.
It took like 4 or 5 commands for you to do that. And that was clear. I said, come over to my car.
I couldn't understand why you were coming at me. Like, I'm no danger to you, dude. Like, you gotta stop here. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. This conversation we're having right now should be recorded, and other people should get to hear it. This doesn't help. The processes we're doing, the conversation is what matters. Other auditors need to hear your point of view. And they need to hear my point of view. I want to get the whole shot. I need him to leave my driver alone until I'm done with the driver. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. And now let's...
Dude, you're the only person in the fucking world that has to be told to leave the police alone when they're interacting with the driver of a vehicle in a traffic stop. I mean, if you're in the vehicle in the back seat, you know to keep your fucking mouth shut. Because you only make it worse. So why would some fucking meffed up looking homeless chartreuse man, why wouldn't the fucking police want him to move back?
Auditors are being arrested. Less public hates the cops. The cops can do their jobs better. And anybody worth their salt is for law and order.
Let me backtrack to something real quick, because I need to talk about it to understand where you're at with it. For the Class 2 citation to happen, a walkthrough, where you're not held there overnight, you have to cooperate with the corrections officers, and you have to do what they say. If at any point in time they feel like you're not going to cooperate, they will tell me to fully book you. I'm telling you this because being down there, that's not the right time and place to have a conversation with them.
Take the cuffs off.
I can't. It's our policy.
But let me go.
I can't put them in the front. I can't take them off.
Just unarrest me now.
I can't do that.
I'm serious.
Let me go. Unarrest me now. I'm serious. He's like a fucking snake.
I can't do that.
You can, board.
So listen, if you cooperate and just be quiet at the jail, just let them walk you through, you'll be out tonight.
I'm down for everything except for taking off all my clothes and having people look at my ass.
They're not going to do that. We're not strip searching. There's no reason for us to do that.
I'm not a drug dealer. I don't have any...
No.
Oh, Chili's down for everything but the ass play. Everything else Chili's down for. Looks like Chili's starting to think about his past days in prison. Or was he in jail or not in jail, or that lifting weights story? I don't fucking know anymore.
I don't think you have anything wedged up there or anything like that. No, we're not going to do that. It's gonna.
One of those charges.
What's that?
Why don't you drop one of those charges?
No, you're getting both, but you're going to get
Oh well, hey, if no one's gonna look up my bum, then how about you drop one of the two charges? Fuck no, dude. No.
ticket on it instead of a full arrest. But here's the thing, if you don't cooperate, it's not my decision. The sergeant will say, no, we're not comfortable with that. Fully book them. So just understand that's not the right place to have the conversation.
Oh, I know it very well.
Okay.
You have no rights once you're in jail. You have to shut the fuck up and be a bailiff. If you don't, they'll kill you.
No.
The vehicle, he asked about taking the vehicle. Is he good to take the vehicle or just the dog?
That's my family.
Who's it registered to? I didn't even... Is it registered to him?
I don't know. Okay, I think it's
I need to check the registration first.
I didn't run it. I know it's a cat.
Well, I'm going to do a Class 2 citation, so just let me just give him the key back once they have the dog. He'll get out. He can come pick it up later tonight. It's easier that way. Is the dog out?
It's in the car, so the cousin or whatever's going to take it.
All right. Still on. So he's calmed down. Told him I'm going to do a Class 2 citation as long as he keeps staying calm. He said the COs could always change that, just be cooperative. So you good with that? All right.
Johnson versus Glick.
What's that?
1980 Johnson versus Glick.
Uh-huh.
If you go to jail, you have no rights.
Well, you have rights, but not all of them.
You have to shut the... They'll kill you. They'll kill you, and they'll get away with it. Because of...
Okay, listen to how effeminate and soft he sounds. He knows how to play the fucking victim. Wow, he's such a fucking... He went from cracking dick jokes on these guys to begging, let me go, let me go. It's so fucking weird. The guys who talk all tough all the time are the fucking fake ones. I guess that's why they have to talk about it.
Johnson versus Blake. You literally can't say anything or do anything once you're behind the wall. You're taking me, Mr. Bork, to the most dangerous place in the world for me right now. You know that. There's no more dangerous place you could take me in the world. You could drop me off in Charleston Corridor. You could drop me off in the hood in LA. The most dangerous place you can drop me is a jail.
It's not Chili's actions resulted in this guy having to bring Chili to jail. That's not it. It's this guy bringing Chili to jail. Chili took himself and his actions out of the equation, and he's just blaming the police officer, which is probably the way he's coped with this shit, because apparently, his own mouth, he's been getting arrested for this shit since he was 12 years old. So the begging is the best. What do his people think when they hear this shit? How does Chili keep his people from fucking seeing him like this?
Would you ask my nephew to pick me up?
Sure. Is there anything else?
I'd like to have that talk with you on camera, Bork.
That I can't do because of my policies, but I can ask your nephew.
Is it okay if he talks to him, or if not, it's up to you?
Is he? Yeah, he's not going to start making a scene or anything, right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Mason, your nephew's going to come over to talk to you.
Do you want to go around that side?
This side's fine.
He's going to roll down the window, then you can talk to him.
So now we've gotten all the way to the point where, for the sake of the dog, the officers allowed Chili to call his nephew. The nephew's arrived. They're getting the dog taken care of. It's a good fucking guy. It's not a jackboot thug Nazi. It's a guy who handled the situation pretty professionally while Chili lost his fucking mind. You're doing a good job, Chili, showing that the police are doing what they're supposed to do and not what you say they do.
Come on, they're gonna take me to jail and book me and let me go. So
I know.
You want to pick me up?
Yeah, I'll get you.
Sorry to put you guys out. Have a good.
It's alright, they're fine. You good though? No, like, broken bones or anything? You're fine? Okay. Alright, what do you guys think? Like 30 minutes? Are we ready to go? An hour?
No, it would be a couple hours. But he'll have his phone. He can call you.
Shoot me a call. I see you get the dog out of the pocket. I already got the dog. Oh, you already got it? Yeah.
You know what made me the way I am?
What's that?
You know what made me the way I am?
What's that?
The torture cuffs.
The torture cuffs?
I was tortured at 18.
At 18? By who?
By a cop.
Cop.
Put me in the cuffs super tight, left them on for an hour and a half. My hands turned purple.
Well, we're going to get out of here as soon as we get your key back. That way we can get you out of those.
Chili the victim. Been a victim since 18.
It's the shoulder that hurts.
How'd you injure your shoulder?
Grappling. Sorry, just push the button more. Just push the button. No, just push the button more. There you go. I mean, you couldn't like doing this job, dude. You couldn't like it anymore. You got people like me who have crossed over doing what I do now. You couldn't enjoy this. I mean, how do you do it?
My job?
Yeah, people hate you, don't you? How do you deal with that every day?
Am I the only one that heard Chili say, it's time to push the button? It's time to push the button. Am I the only one that heard that? Did anyone else hear that?
Some people hate me, not a lot of people.
All right, it's all locked.
All right, thank you. Let me put in stuff.
My glasses?
Where are they?
Your other cop had them.
Let me see if they're in your bag. I have them in your bag. What's that?
Is there a reason why I need to be blind?
No, we have to remove all property. If the jail's okay with you putting them on, they'll give them back.
And we are on the way to jail.
You know, like it would have gone a long way for Doolittle or Sorensen or you to tell Sandoval to stop squeezing me, you know? There's just no reason to do that to me, you know? Like, I don't understand, you know, like, it was just physical pain, just inflicting pain on me. And I don't understand that, you know? Like, I may not like you, bro, but I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to see you in pain. I don't want to see you suffering. It sounds miserable to me watching someone else say, you're hurting me.
I don't believe that at
I don't know
all.
why none of those other cops said, hey, stop squeezing his arm, dude. Like, you know what I mean? How many people run away in handcuffs?
A lot, actually.
A lot? Right. Meth guys on the street, stuff like that. Homeless.
Sometimes.
Chili, you are a meth guy on the street, homeless, known for giving false names, aliases, AKAs. You have a fucking history of it. You're a fucking runner. You're a runner. And the fake name thing is the squid ink, the little cloud you run away in. You're a fucking runner, Chili.
That's a factor.
Regular dudes who have a middle class life, they typically run away.
Everybody has a different reason why.
I just wish someone would have told the guy to stop hurting me. That's all. Your job is to catch criminals, bro. You know? That you're supposed to catch people who rob people, who assault people. That's what you're supposed to do. You know? And I think there's a function for that job in America. So the idea that we're gonna defund police, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's not gonna happen. But it's
Thank God Chili explained to the officer that he's not one of those crazy defund the police guys. You were at an awful lot of their fucking rallies, though, weren't you, Chili?
not working like this. And that's what I'm showing people. And this is further proof. You're taking your 3-4 hours of time to arrest a guy that would help you if you were under an emergency. Like, you understand? If you were in a disadvantage and people were attacking you, I would stop it. But you're spending your time arresting me. That's the part that's so frustrating, you know? Your time should be spent on criminals. You should not be spent arresting people who don't.
Holy fuck. Chili's going to give the guy a lecture on his time allocation and how he should rebalance his division of directives. You know, for a guy who's never done anything in his life, Chili's got a lot to fucking say about how to do things.
You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Your time allocation is done the wrong way. You guys don't allocate time for criminals, you allocate time for revenue. You should really watch my channel so you know who I am. You know? Because I'm not playing games. You arresting me, it literally just hurts you guys. It helps me. You know? It makes you guys look worse, and it builds up my platform even bigger. You know?
This fucking whole exchange made Chili look like a douche, a simpering little wimp, too, because he begging to be let go. And you made the police look really fucking good, Chili, because they handled you very well. And they've affected your down the road behavior, because you're not fucking doing this in your face shit anymore. I bet you won't be giving the cop the finger for a while either.
And I offered it. I said, let's do this another way. You know, let's do it a better way. Let's not do it like this, you know? So what, you know, you said something to me, and I heard you, man. I heard that you said, what changes my behavior? So you said, I'm going to arrest you, and take you from that, it's going to change your behavior.
That might have been another officer. I don't remember saying that.
It was the sergeant. What's his name again? Duffy?
Tory.
Sorry?
Tory.
So Tory was saying that, right? So then what changes policing behavior? What changes? Because if there was a camera on that light pole by your stop, you wouldn't have been offended by it. But because I was there holding the camera, you were offended by it.
So it's not the camera that we're concerned about. It's your intent. What is your intent coming up on the car stop? Some people's intent is to record. Some people's intent is to interfere. Some people's intent is to harm the officer. And we don't know which one of those three things is your intent. Your intent may have been just to record. But the thing is, I don't know if you're one of those guys whose intent is to hurt the officer on the stop.
Do you know of any officers been hurt by someone filming?
Yes, many have gotten into fights with people who are armed with weapons. They pulled weapons on the officers. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens.
Will you email that to me? deleteLaws@gmail.com.
If I come across it, but just YouTube it, you'll find it's not hard.
I'll look. I'll look.
So the thing is, until I know why you're trying to do that, why you're coming up on the stop, I have to be safe.
It's the daytime though, man. Like, you get shot in the daytime too? You think they're going to shoot at cops when they walk with their cameras?
Yeah. Cops.
I mean, your job is to catch criminals, bro. You know? You're supposed to catch people who rob people, who assault people. That's what you're supposed to do. You know? And I think there's a function for that job in America. So the idea that we're going to defund police, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's not going to happen. But it's not working like this. And that's what I'm showing people. And this is further proof. You're taking your 3-4 hours of time to arrest a guy that would help you if you were under an emergency. Thank you. You understand? If you were... in a disadvantage and people were attacking you, I would stop it. But you're spending your time arresting me. That's the part that's so frustrating, you know? Your time should be spent on criminals. You should not be spent arresting people who don't. for someone who's actually a victim or someone who is a criminal. I mean, you guys allocate your time pulling people over. That's where your time allocation is. You know? I mean, you hear what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Your time allocation is done the wrong way. You guys don't allocate time for criminals, you allocate time for revenue. You know, you should really watch my channel so you know who I am. You know? Because I'm not playing games. This, you arresting me, it literally just hurts you guys. It helps me. You know? It makes you guys look worse, and it builds up my platform even bigger. You know? And I offered it. I said, let's do this another way. You know, let's do it a better way. Let's not do it like this, you know? So what, you know, you said something to me, and I heard you, man. I heard what you said. What changes my behavior? So you said, I'm going to arrest you and ticket you to that's going to change your behavior.
That might have been another officer. I don't remember saying that.
It was the sergeant. What's his name again? Duffy?
Tory.
Sorry?
Tory.
Tory. So Tory was saying that, right? So then what changes policing behavior? What changes? Because if there was a camera on that light pole by your stop, you wouldn't have been offended by it. But because I was there holding the camera, you were offended by it.
So it's not the camera that we're concerned about. It's your intent. What is your intent coming up on the car stop? Some people's intent is to record. Some people's intent is to interfere. Some people's intent is to harm the officer. And we don't know which one of those three things is your intent. Your intent may have been just to record. But the thing is, I don't know if you're one of those guys whose intent is to hurt the officer on the stop.
Do you know of any officers been hurt by someone filming?
Yes, many have gotten into fights with people who are armed with weapons. They pulled weapons on the officers. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens.
Will you email that to me? laws@gmail.com.
If I come across it, but just YouTube it. You'll find it's not hard.
I'll look. I'll look.
So the thing is, until I know why you're trying to do that, why you're coming up on the stop, I have to be safe.
It's the daytime though, man. Like, you get shot in the daytime too? Like, people shoot at cops when they walk with their cameras?
Yeah. Cops get shot at night or day, it doesn't matter.
They usually get shot on Saturday nights. That's when
Check 5x5. Can you hear me? I think there's a little bit of a delay there. I think one time I did pause and I left the mic muted and just, moved on like I hadn't done anything wrong. A little more chilly logic here. Listen to his little breakdown is pretty good. Pay attention.
cops get shot, then followed by Friday nights. And then followed by domestic disturbances.
Domestics are violent.
Domestic disturbances is the most dangerous call for one. So, I can sit here and talk shop with you all day about the facts and statistics, but the truth is, until human beings sit down and share with.
So Chili thinks because it's daylight out, no cop should worry about being approached and shot because the sun is shining. I've seen some cop ambush videos from, the last year, 2 years. I think they were all in the fucking daylight. How can you be an activist for something when you're so out of touch with reality?
Society, the ways to make it better, it's not.
Can you at least agree that maybe wasn't the best way to go about doing that? That maybe there would have been, like, maybe waiting until the stop was over to come over and talk to me?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Don't you think you could have maybe waited or something to come talk to me once the stop was over instead of right in the middle of it?
2020, you look back on things, you can always do things better. If you look backwards and say,
Does that make sense to you? Do you agree with that? That it maybe would have been better to just talk to me after the stop?
I mean, I think once I alerted you that I'm a journalist and a constitutional scholar, that should have disarmed you to the point where you realize I'm only here to tell you. I'm not here to...
But you're too close. You were too close.
That's what I'm talking about. How close is too close? There's been no dialogue. And every time I talk to cops and say, let's have a public dialogue, they always go, oh, it's over my head. I'm talking to someone else above me. I can't do anything about it. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Sooner or later, we gotta go, okay, enough of this bullshit. Can't talk about this, can't talk about that. We gotta sit down and talk.
So the standard is what's reasonable. And that changes depending on the situation.
Daytime, a parking lot, if the guy's dressed normally, not dressed like a crazy person or homeless.
Doesn't matter how you're dressed. The fact that you're able to have a conversation with my driver while I'm having business with them, I would say that most people, reasonable people, would say that's too close. If you're far enough away that you're not in our business, like let's pretend you said you're an executive and you were having a meeting with somebody. Would you want somebody to walk in the door and take a seat right next to you? Or would that feel too close?
Okay, but can you understand that you're in a meeting with someone that you forced to have a meeting with, and I was just seeing if she was okay, and then she actually took credit and said it's my fault, I made a mistake, and I was actually backing away before you came at me like, dude, get over here now, get over my car, and I was like, I'm literally backing away. If you watch the video, I'm stepping back.
Chili's recounting of events with a man who was right there with him at the event, and Chili leaves out all the taunting shit he did, you know, showing with his hand motion where the lines were, and then telling the officer to go back and do his job, go back to your car, little dog. You left all that shit out, Chili. Why? That's the best part of the whole thing. That's what got you fucked up.
You're reaching your arm out for me, and I don't know why you're trying to grab me. You know, like, I'm no threat to you. I got a camera in my hand.
Did she look like she was in distress?
I just asked her, are you okay? She said, yeah, I'm fine. It was my fault, and I was backing away from there.
Did she look like she wasn't okay?
I didn't know. I don't know. You know, if you watched Sandoval, you wouldn't have thought I was in distress if you just looked at it. But what you don't realize, he was sitting there squeezing the shit out of my arm. You know, it's like there's no point coming out the blood supply. And then when I finally torqued my arm so I could breathe again, the blood supply, then he tried to jack my shoulder up. And it was like, bro, I'm in 20 cuffs, dude. Like, you don't need to do any of this to me. Like, there was just no need for it. Look, it's just, and I'm sorry if you don't like it, it's just male egos. You got an ego, I got an ego, right? It's true, dude. I'm not saying I don't have an ego, I do. And you wanted to demand me around, and I didn't want to be demanded around, and now it's escalated to where now I'm being charged with crimes.
I didn't even want to have business with you. I mean, I would have talked to you after, but I didn't even want to have to do that.
What a great way to answer all Chili's bullshit. You can blame whatever you want on me. I didn't even want to talk to you. I would have talked to you, but I didn't want to talk to you. It cancels out all the fucking putting the blame on the officer shit. You pushed it. You forced it. You got to take responsibility for it.
We'll be there soon.
I got a tear in that shoulder, that's all I can do about it.
I tried to put you in two to give you more room.
I appreciate it. You guys are going to get a lot lot of calls.
That's okay.
What are you going to do, Bork? Are you going to try to bridge the gap here? Are we going to get anywhere from this arrest? I mean, is this just another slog of just waste of time? Because it's not getting any better like this, dude. I mean, we're going to actually have a sit-down talk. Are we going to get there? Are we going to actually talk about what we have to talk about out loud? Because as long as we don't continue to talk, it's just going to be black versus white constantly, no gray. And I'm trying to get there, dude. I'm trying to.
I think that's a good mission.
Yeah, dude, I've been trying for a year and a half. Just trying and trying. And it's like, if you guys won't work with us, then you're just going to have constantly people eating you instead of, like, working together. And that's what we should be doing.
All I ask is that next time you see an officer on a stop, if you want to record, just stay out of their business and just record them, okay? And when the stop is over, you can go talk to that officer. But just don't do it during the middle. And if that officer wants to talk to you, then he'll talk to you. And we're more willing to talk to you if you approach us like that versus in the middle of the stop. If you do that next time, you might get the answers that you're looking for. And it may not be the first cop you talk to. Maybe they don't want to talk to you.
I'm talking to you now. Are you going to go to your higher-ups and say, I arrested a guy, he's pretty known across the country, he told me some things that make sense, I think we should have a talk.
So
it's not working like this, dude.
You have to reach out to the headquarters.
I'm sorry, sir?
You have to reach out to headquarters. Like I said, that position that we have in place.
Nick, what?
No, not a name. We have a position in place at our headquarters.
What's his name?
For fuck's sake, Chili, the officer's the wrong guy. Call headquarters.
I don't know their names.
Why don't you reach out to them?
Because they won't do anything if I reach out to them. You have to reach out to them.
What's the name of the department?
The PIO, Public Information Officer.
I've contacted the PIO in 10 different states, dude. This isn't going to do anything, dude. This is just more waste of our time, dude. Unless we actually sit down and start to talk, instead of you guys having policies and we just have to adhere to them, it's not going to work. You can't force people into submission. It just doesn't work. I mean, we saw that with the Philippines, 1899 and 1910. It didn't work.
Maybe your battle is with the lawmakers and not with the police.
It takes
Oh, what? There's a new idea.
a man to do what you're doing. And I told you, I think more of your humanity than you do. You're worth so much more than arresting a guy for filming you.
Did you hear what I had to say, though? Maybe your battle is with the lawmakers and not police? Because you're saying you want to delete laws, right?
Now, the officer actually explains to Chili why the officer would be in favor of Chili doing what Chili does. It works out good for the officer.
Delete dumb laws, yes.
So, if you get rid of laws through the lawmaker, then I have fewer laws to enforce. My job is administrative. If I see a violation, I have to contact you. That's my job. But if they change the law and it's no longer a violation, then I don't talk to you. I follow the rules that the lawmakers create.
Didn't you sign a peace officer's agreement?
What do you mean? What are you getting at?
You don't enforce infractions of law. Uphold the peace. You're a peace officer.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the people who tell me what's peaceful and what's not are the lawmakers. They tell me what's right and wrong.
Well, isn't peace determined on if your rights are being violated or not?
But all those standards are set forth by the courts and by the legislators.
Right. You don't have to enforce laws. You can peacekeep. There's a big difference. One is you're upholding the rights of citizens.
That's my job.
That's not. Your job's a peace officer.
We have many hats. We have many functions. One of my functions is to find violations. One of my other functions is to be a peacekeeper. I wear many hats. Sometimes I have to be a paramedic and be a medical person.
You don't have a law enforcement certificate to go to a peace officer. You see what I'm saying to you, man? I'm not dumb. What I'm saying is right. You should only be upholding the rights of others, not enforcing laws that are arbitrary without any victim. There's no victim to why I'm being arrested, but there's no victim. Nobody is out property. No one needs restitution. But yet I'm going away to a cage, the most dangerous place I could ever go right now. The next hour or two of my life is going to be the most dangerous time of my life. Right now. And I don't want to be there.
Chili's the victim. The officer's the aggressor. The officer is putting Chili in a position which will be the most dangerous time of his life. It's not Chili's actions resulted in Chili being there. It's the officer doing this to him. Chili logic.
Have you been to Clark County Detention Center? It's not dangerous.
I've never been arrested in my life.
It's not dangerous.
Chili actually just said he's never been arrested before. The guy's trying to assure Chili that the detention center he's going to is not a dangerous place. Just behave, do what you're told, stay in line, walk through, and you're out. Don't fuck it up.
It's not dangerous.
All you have to do is what they ask of you. And it's all reasonable requests. Sit down here, walk here, do this. If you do those things, it's easy. It's a walkthrough.
Right. If you turn into a clone drone beta male, you'll be fine. You'll make it through the jail system. And you have to because of Johnson versus Glick. You have to. If you don't, they can literally kill you and say they were maintaining order. And it's been that way since 1980. That's why our prisons are horrible. Why I call them dungeons. They're horrible. If you don't comply to the people now on the street, you're a cop. So there's going to be cameras.
Chili thinks you have no rights at all when you go to jail, and they can just kill you if they want to. It's fucking strange. Where'd he get that fucking idea from?
Probably audio and video recording in this car. There's all kinds of things. Once you're behind the wall, dude, you're cooked. You're cooked. I could die tonight.
You're not gonna die.
I'm telling you, man. You don't think so? I could die tonight. I've done story after story about people who get arrested and die in jail. I mean, why else do you think I'd be willing to drop a lawsuit for not taking me to a dungeon? Because my life.
Why else would you be willing to drop your lawsuit? Because it's bullshit. You just made it up on the fucking fly. And it's like if you had to fight it out and this dude had his gun drawn on you and all you had was a paper airplane, you're fucked. You threaten the guy with a fucking lawsuit. What? You bought the ticket, dude. Take the fucking ride. Your mouth bought the ticket. Take the fucking ride. Shut up, because this guy can fucking full book you still. Stop talking.
My life is worth so much more than my ego is suing someone. Because it's ego. It's ego, right? Isn't it?
I don't think so, but
Really?
you're allowed that opinion. It's fine.
You felt wronged. You felt like I didn't listen to you, so you were going to arrest me. That's your ego. I feel wronged. You're kidnapping me and taking me to a place, and I want to sue, right? But what good does that do us at the end of the day? You may be a hard driving personality, and me too, but that doesn't bridge any gaps. You get two hard-driving dudes going at each other, and what good does it do? None. This is just so
Is Chili mashing up motivational speeches? What the fuck is going on here? He's literally just fucking yammering.
much a waste of time. And now I have to go to the most dangerous place there is for a person to go.
Chili thinks the Clark County Detention Center, it's not even a fucking jail. It's not a jail. It's not a county jail. It's not a prison. It's the Clark County Detention Center. I think you're just detained while you're there. Chili thinks that's the most dangerous place in the world. The officer already told Chili it's not a dangerous place. It's kind of why he keeps encouraging Chili to just do what he's told to do, move through the system, get out the door, because I think, Chili, the reason why the place is so safe is because they don't put up on any bullshit. You fuck around, you go back in the van, you are going to the fucking jail and you're going to get booked in. The officer's still trying to prepare you and make sure you're calm when you're dropped off so that he don't have to stay with you any longer and transport you to the fucking jail.
Argument with you is that I feel like you picked about the poorest way to bridge the gap with police. If that was your intent to bridge the gap, I think there was 1,000 ways that were better than what you chose.
The first year I tried it nice. The first year I tried it really sweet, dude. I tried it so nice. Officer, corporal, lieutenant, sir, we have a meeting, sir, please, let's get together and talk about this, sir. I did that for a year, dude. You know where it got us? Nowhere. Nowhere.
So Chili did the nice routine for a year. He only been doing this for 2 years, so that has to be got us nowhere. That has to be the blow up on TikTok, where that had nothing to do with you talking to the police, Chili. That had to do with you disrespecting members of the black community that it would have been wise not to be disrespectful toward. Just saying. Pass it along, a message from a friend. We're almost home. Chili in the detention center. Yeehaw.
And you may not know it, but I'm one of the most popular guys in the country who does this. And I tried to tell you, man, like, look, we don't need to do this.
Chili couldn't win the guy over with his good looks, so now he's flashing his celebrity, well known around the country. Josie Maria.
We're still doing it. It's like, I don't get it. I would never take you to this place. You know that? I would never drag you off like this. I'm not happy with you. Still wouldn't do this to you, and I still wouldn't hurt you. I mean, we don't agree, right? You and I don't agree, but I wouldn't hurt you. I would not hurt you, bro. You know that? You'd have to be physically attacking me for me to even try to defend myself. But I wouldn't hurt another person. It's not how I am.
I don't know about that. That whole exchange with Dan Clement. Chili was encouraging Clement to follow him around the corner, and Chili did a fucking turnaround on him, smacked his phone out of his hand, started barking at him and running him back. I think you're full of shit, Chili. I think you like the fucking violence. I think you do. I think that's why you're willing to do this shit and get arrested, because, You get the little high off the fucking violence. That's why you don't drink the alcohol. Because you'd fucking kill yourself if you were drunk without inhibitions. Buy the ticket to Castro. Take the fucking ride.
Same thing, man. Throw me down to a dungeon. Same thing. 9 cops. Is this a casino?
This in front of us is, yeah.
Oh, is this a jail?
We're,
I see. We're downtown.
it's, yeah, it's nearby, but it's not this.
Yeah, Chili, the jail is in the basement of the fucking casino.
Where are you from?
Alaska.
Alaska? You're not from Linwood, California?
Oh, they double checking your info.
Sure. I was raised in Alaska. Sorry about that. I mean, you have all my information.
So born in California, but raised in Alaska. Is that correct?
I was born in Cali, but then we moved to Alaska when I was 5, dude.
Okay.
I stayed there until I was 18. So. And then at 18, I...
What? What had to be bleeped out here that happened when Chili was 18. And the recounting is in another part of the video. He said he told the cop he was handcuffed and the officer put the cuffs on too tight, left him on for an hour and a half. His hands turned purple. You know, it's a fucking Chili story.
reason for being torture cups. The reason for most people is absolute torture devices. There's no reason to treat people this way. And look at the back of this car. I could sit in the front with you, man, without any cuffs on at all. I could sit in a regular car. If I have to be transported somewhere.
No, you can't sit in the front. You're fucking fugitive. You're being transported. You're not the cop's buddy, Chili. You're not his counterpart in the struggle. You're a dipshit who managed to get himself fucking arrested. Keep trying to talk your way out of it, though, bro. And things will go black in a minute.
Can you see it, Lord? I mean, come on, dude. We could have a more humane way of doing it. It doesn't have to be like this.
I wish you luck in bridging the gap. No, sincerely. I don't have the power, but I wish you luck.
You do, though. You can do a lot more than you can do. You can reach out to that PIO and you can actually have that conversation about how to... Do we have to put torture cuffs on every person? Or is there some sort of discretion where the person agrees to go with you? You see what I'm saying? Like, you created these policies that are inhumane. Like, my wrists hurt really bad right now. There's no reason.
Well, we're here right now, so we'll get you out. That's going to help, and then we'll get you out of those handcuffs completely.
I'm not going to fight you, man. I'm not going to fist fight anybody. You saw my record. There is nothing.
All right, so we're inside receiving at the Clark County Detention Center. No video. Chili Amaranth.
This is literally hell on earth. What station is this?
This is Clark County Detention Center.
What station? Radio station.
95.5 Country. You like it?
Yeah. I like kind of rocky country.
Yeah, it's a good station for that. 95.5.
The whole deal ends with them having a polite tete-a-tete about the fucking radio station. I don't know, man. Chili's literally acting at times. I get the impression like they were all everybody's actors in a performance. And like here, when they pulled into the receiving center, it's time for the arresting officer to hand Chili off. So Chili's beginning to transition from the authority above him who has control over him to one of the guys, that acted this thing out with me. He's a fucking strange bird. Lizard breath. Hello, sweetie. I hope I sound tired as hell because I am fucking tired as hell. And hours ago, I took Sudafed for my sinuses. And, that shit fucking amps you up a little bit. And then I'm kind of fucking crashing from that. I should get some sleep. I will be back again tomorrow. I think we should talk about the post this exposure of Chillicock. I mean, Chillicock really hatched on this one. Chillicock is there now. Let me go. Hey, what radio station was that? You're not on a fucking date, dude. It's kind of fucking weird. Yeah, I'm tired. I should get some sleep. I gotta go take care of my buddy's dog, too. Shit. So we came in with a little Grandmaster Flash, white lines. I think. I will take us out on a cocaine song that's more my speed. I'm not a big fan of the cocaine songs, but this little Keith Richards performance has always been a favorite of mine, so I will leave you out with this. I will be back tomorrow. I have the whole day off. And Thursday I have off, so I'll do 2 broadcasts. I apologize. Had a lot to do at work. Piled up a little extra money for the fam. pretty close to having my 6-year-old son's college tuition pretty much funded. Working on a out of school. Start a business capital pile for him. So I got that to work on. So if I disappear here or there for a few days, it's because I'm fucking working. It's the time of season to make money. I'll leave you out with this.
Well, you're undercover baby, all dressed in white. See, baby, gonna stay all night. Cocaine all around my brain. You're undercover baby, all dressed in blue. See, baby, what you gonna do? Cocaine all around my brain. Hey, baby, come here quick. This old cocaine's making me sick. Cocaine all around my brain. Cocaine's for horses, it's not for men. They say it kill you, but they don't say when. Cocaine all around my brain. Oh, baby, won't you get here quick? This old cocaine's making me sick. Cocaine all around my all around my brain.
See y'all tomorrow, 3:30ish, a little before, a little after. Until then, adios.